When you strip away the noise and the bright lights, it's just the game you loved as a kid, guiding you, inspiring you, working on the player you dreamed to be. Calm, focused, and confident.
It was only a matter of time. Caitlin Clark, the electrifying rookie who lit up college basketball with logo-range threes and jaw-dropping assists, has officially arrived on the biggest stage, and now she's doing it in Nike lights. After months of speculation, Nike finally dropped their highly anticipated commercial featuring the Indiana Fever Guard, and the internet erupted in a matter of minutes. The ad wasn't just a debut, it was a declaration. Clark's rise from Iowa sensation to WNBA phenomenon has been nothing short of meteoric. She broke records. She packed arenas. She brought millions of new eyes to women's basketball. And now, with a slick Nike production behind her, she's being framed not just as a star, but as the future of the sport. The commercial begins with silence, a slow pan across a quiet gym.
Chance of defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep 3.
Feet on the hardwood, basketball in hand. Because the ball will always bring you back to your favorite place. To the place all roads lead, the game of basketball.
Empty bleachers, faint echoes of sneakers squeaking on hardwood. Then her voice comes in, not loud, but focused. They said I was just a shooter, that I was too small, that I couldn't take the heat. A beat, a swish. Then the screen flashes. Good thing I never listened. Suddenly the pace shifts. The music kicks in, sharp, cinematic, heavy on bass. The screen jumps between a real-life footage of Clark's buzzer beaters, her iconic stare-downs, clips of her threading no-look passes, and wide crowd shots of fans screaming in Clark jerseys. There are brief moments of her in the gym, sweating, lifting, working, intercut with headlines. Too cocky? Overhyped? Changing the game? The tone is clear. This isn't just a sports ad, it's a challenge, a mission statement, the slogan that closes it all. Now they know my name, but I've always known my worth. The ad immediately blew up online. Within the first hour, it was trending across Twitter, now X, Instagram, and TikTok. Fans were reposting it with captions like, "Gives me chills," "The future is here," and Nike just cooked with this one. One viral tweet read, "This is bigger than an ad. This is a cultural moment." Another user posted, "I don't care what anyone says, Caitlin Clark is her." Even NBA players were chiming in, with Damian Lillard tweeting a simple flame emoji under the video. Instagram accounts shared screenshots of the ad's most iconic shots. Clark walking down a tunnel with her name echoing in the background, a slow-motion shot of her signature deep 3, and a freeze frame on her pointing to the crowd after a clutch bucket. Fan pages flooded the comments. Some called her the face of basketball. Others said she was already surpassing expectations. But of course, it wasn't all praise. The critics showed up too. Some argued the ad was premature. "She hasn't even played a full season yet," one user wrote. "Let her win something before crowning her." Another posted, "The WNBA is full of stars. Why does she get a solo ad like she's already the GOAT?" Others pointed out the underlying racial tension, highlighting how black players like A'ja Wilson, who've won MVPs and titles, still haven't received this level of marketing push. A few more nuanced takes came in from neutral fans. "It's a beautiful ad, but I just hope this doesn't overshadow the veterans who've carried this league." Another said, "She deserves attention, no doubt, but Nike needs to show the same love to A'ja, Chelsea, Sabrina, and others." Then came the moment everyone was waiting for, A'ja Wilson's response. No direct quote, no fiery clapback, just a perfectly timed Instagram story, a black screen, a short clip of her sipping tea with sunglasses on, no caption, no music, just vibes. Within seconds, fans were already dissecting it. Was it shade? Was it just a casual moment? Was she making a statement without saying a word? One user wrote, "A'ja just posted the quietest mic drop of 2025. Another said, "This is the kind of silent confidence I live for." On Twitter, the theories exploded. Memes of Aja in a throne chair, sipping tea, flooded timelines. Others joked, Aja said, "You can have the ad, I'll take the MVP." A few hours later, Aja posted a carousel on her main feed. Action shots from her last game, including a fadeaway jumper over 2 defenders, a monster block, and a final slide showing her box score. 30 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. The caption read, "Still working, still winning." No mention of Clark, no mention of Nike, but the message was crystal clear. The debate intensified. Was Nike wrong to spotlight Clark so soon? Or was this exactly what the league needed? An ad that could break through mainstream noise and put the WNBA front and center. Fans were split. Some argued Clark's numbers, viewership impact, and cultural relevance justified the move. Others felt it minimized the grind of players like A'ja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Brittany Griner, who have carried the league without nearly the same corporate spotlight. One tweet that gained traction said, "Caitlin is a phenom, no doubt, but A'ja is the blueprint, and this ad feels like a shortcut." Another countered, "You can celebrate Caitlin without tearing others down. Both things can be true." Amid all the noise, one fan quote stood out, "This ad is about more than Caitlin. It's about a shift, about visibility, about finally seeing WNBA players in primetime ads. Caitlin's just the spark." Still, others saw it as a generational clash, a changing of the guard. Younger fans cheered for the boldness, the cinematic energy, the storytelling. Older fans and longtime league supporters worried it was erasing history in favor of virality. By day 2, ESPN segments, sports talk shows, and podcasts had all weighed in. One host said, "Clark's ad is a marketing masterclass, but it opens a deeper conversation about equity, representation, and who gets to be the face." Another noted, A'ja Wilson didn't need a Nike ad to prove anything. Her play speaks louder. Nike, for their part, issued a short press release praising Clark's impact on the game, saying, "Caitlin Clark represents a generation redefining basketball. This campaign is about boldness, confidence, and shifting culture." They didn't mention the backlash. They didn't mention A'ja, but they didn't have to. The internet was already doing the work. Across YouTube, breakdowns of the ad surfaced. Creators dissected frame by frame. The lighting, the editing, the pacing, some called it Jordan-esque. Others compared it to Serena Williams' early Nike spots. A few questioned the strategy of building such a massive brand around a player still finding her footing in the pro league. But one thing everyone agreed on, it worked. The ad broke the internet. Millions of views, hundreds of thousands of shares. A cultural flashpoint. Caitlin Clark herself stayed mostly quiet during the chaos. She reposted the video once, adding 3 words, "Dreams, built, daily." No interviews, no back and forth. Just silence, and the echo of her name being discussed everywhere. And that's the paradox of this whole thing. Caitlin Clark didn't ask for this campaign, but she's the lightning rod now. And whether fans love her, critique her, or sit somewhere in the middle, they're watching, they're talking, they're engaged. And for the WNBA, that's priceless. But so is respect. The bigger question isn't just about Caitlin or A'ja, it's about balance. Can the league build up a new face without dismissing the foundation? Can Nike shine a spotlight on one player without casting others in the shadow? Can fans celebrate a rookie's breakthrough moment without ignoring the brilliance of the veterans who built the stage she stands on? For now, the conversation continues. Caitlin Clark's ad may have lasted just 60 seconds, but the impact? That's going to be felt for a long time. In sneaker stores, in TV ratings, in locker rooms, and in every gym where a young girl is lacing up her shoes, dreaming of hitting the game winner while the world watches. Whether Clark is the future, the present, or just part of the movement, one thing is clear. This was never just a commercial, it was a line in the sand.